This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Niall Brown over Zoom. Niall, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. Nice one from me on.
No, I appreciate your time, mate. Appreciate you giving up some time, like I say, to come on, join us ahead of your pro debut come Saturday night. How are you feeling ahead of it?
Yeah, good. Looking forward to it. So just can't wait for fight night.
Obviously, working throughout this pandemic now, do you feel you've benefited from it? Has it been frustrating? How would you sum it up?
Yeah, definitely benefited it massively. Just been training, really keeping busy. It has been quite frustrating, but like I said, I've learnt a lot through it. So yeah, it's good.
Now, I know you've got a Thai boxing background, which kind of led you into coming into just boxing. So talk to me about that. Talk to me about your background before entering the world of pro boxing.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, I did Muay Thai. A lot of people know it's Thai boxing. Since I was about 16, so 7 years. Started competing in that. Fell in love with it, and just like I said, just competing and taking part.
What made you kind of move over to boxing?
Well, I originally went to college to Moscow just to get my boxing better, really, to practice like my punches. My teacher recommended I went and got my hands better. And then from there, really, I was in a lot of camps with like Zelfa and Linda, training alongside them. So it's really high level training. Just like I said, I fell in love with it. I seen a good opportunity there. And I feel like for the same amount of effort in both sports, I can get more out of boxing at the end of it.
There's something I was about to ask you. Sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to ask you, when you compare the two sports, what are the biggest differences from a training aspect to a promotional aspect? How would you weigh it all and sum it all up?
In so many ways, it's so similar, like the promotions and stuff. There is quite big promotions, but like I said, the opportunities in boxing are a lot better. You can get televised, the sponsorships are there. There's more opportunities. So probably the opportunity side, really.
So when you talk about, sorry, mate, I'll keep interrupting. When you talk about opportunities, talking about what you want to achieve with your career, where do you think you can go?
I just want to be the best I can, and whatever that brings. So I believe it could take me to the top. I don't see why not. So yeah, just me being the best I can be can take me there.
When you look at, I know you're coming in at middleweight, Niall. So when you look at the current division, I know you're making your pro debut. You're not going to sit there calling names out and what have you. But do you kind of look through the rankings and look at who one day you may cross paths with?
Yeah and no. Like you said, I'm focusing just on myself at the minute because I've not even had my first pro fight yet. Need to crawl before you walk. So yeah, I'm just focusing on myself at the minute.
How do you see the kind of the rest of this year playing out for yourself, provided Saturday goes to plan for you?
The what? Sorry.
How do you see the remainder of this year playing out for yourself? And so, say Saturday goes to plan, how busy or active do you anticipate being?
Well, the thing is, with training at College de Mostin, obviously Pat Barrett's the coach and he's my promoter now. So there's a lot of opportunities there for us. So fingers crossed he can get us out as often as he's got a show. Hopefully every 4 to 6 weeks.
What's Pat like to train with and to work with?
He's great, to be honest. He's very unique. So the way he talks to you, the way he gets things across to you, it's great.
What do you think makes Pat different to other trainers then?
Probably not so. It's not so much physical. It's probably more mental. Obviously, don't get me wrong. You have to have the physical side, which we train hard, but also mentally you have to prepare yourself. So I think that side of it.
And Niall, just kind of looking at the gym itself, you've got Lyndon Arthur and Zelfa Barrett who are a bit further ahead with their pro careers and are looking at kind of that European and that world scene. So for yourself to be training with those guys, what's it like?
it's great because like it can show you where you can be, and like I said, they're just normal lads. There's no reason why I can't do it. Like I said, and like I said, to give you tips, they've been there and they've done stuff I haven't done yet. So it's all great, good experience.
I mean, with Lyndon, sorry, mate, I was just going to say, with Lyndon, he's obviously out, he was recently out, rather. What did you make of his victory against and his performance against David Faraci?
I think it was good, because he even said it himself, things he's been working on in the gym, and I've been seeing him. They've actually worked in the fight, so it's always good to see that.
And of course, on the back of that win, there was talk about the Anthony Yard rematch, which seems to be most likely to take place next for Lyndon. Just get your thoughts on it. What do we see this time around, in your opinion? You know, do we see anything different from the first fight? Do we see a similar type of bout? What do you expect?
I think he's going to win, obviously, but in a better fashion. I can see him stopping him, to be honest. But yeah.
Right, Niall, I appreciate your time. Leave a final word to yourself. Everybody's going to tune in on Saturday. Everybody's going to go up to Manchester to see you, support you. What would you like to say to them?
I just want to say a massive thank you, especially to everyone who sponsored me. There's quite a few, so it's quite a lot to mention, but people who have bought tickets as well, they appreciate the support. Yeah, and thanks for having me on here.
Right, Niall, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate catching up with you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Yeah, nice one.